All right, what's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your boy G, the number one Cowboy fan, Hampton. And I want to say happy Memorial Day, or not even the day, but weekend to everyone out there, and a big salute to all the servicemen and women that has kept our country safe. We appreciate your services and the due diligence you have put in to make us a safe country. So we want to say thank you. Man, my allergies kind of messing with me today, so y'all got to bear with me today. But it's all good because here we are on a Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Of May, the 27th of May, 2023. So I just said that just so one day I might go back over this video and say, when was this posted? But there it is. You got it. So I hope everybody's doing good on this Memorial Day weekend as we pay tribute to our servicemen and women on this particular weekend and everything that goes along with it. We say thank you. So here we are in the Cowboy Huddle, where we come together and talk Cowboy talk. And right now, I want to say thanks to everyone that has helped us, excuse me, get to where we are right now. Yeah, that's where I am today. Weather's changing a little bit, voice kind of crackling and all that good stuff. So I didn't want to, call all you guys face and everything. But yeah, here we are talking Cowboy talk this morning. And you saw the title just right. Dak reveals the past offense situation. And I got a few cut clips right here that has Dak explaining what took place and what was going on in the past under the direction of Kellen Moore. And, something that Mike McCarthy had to say. Mike McCarthy said, and it makes sense what he said. He said, we have a thing called PCP, purpose of the play call. Matter of fact, let me say this. It came out by the Cav Maverick of Fan Nation. The story was by Adam Schultz. Thank you, Adam Schultz, for producing this article, because I think it's a very well put together report. But it says we have this thing called PCP, purpose of the play call. Mike McCarthy said it's one thing to learn the play and the intricacies of the play, but I think when they know you're continually anticipating when and where it's going to be called, it's just a strong communication that the play caller and the quarterback needs to have. That is so true. And we saw that there was a breakdown, a meltdown, breakdown, disconnect, or whatever you want to call it before. Hold on. Anyway, so yeah, we know there was a breakdown. There was a miscommunication between the two, Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott, and we have continuous wondered who was actually at fault. Who was actually at fault with this offense? Was it Dak not understanding the plays? Was it Kellen Moore that didn't understand the situation? So that's something that was done behind closed doors. We're not really for sure who was at blame. I think both had a little something to do with the offense, but Mike McCarthy got to the point basically, he was fed up. And with that being said, so then you end up with new voices, a new style, newfound mentality are driving the Dallas Cowboys offense this season. So with head coach Mike McCarthy calling plays and Brian Schottenheim. So with that being said, now no longer listening to Kellen Moore, and he mentioned about the connection and the familiarity of Mike McCarthy's voice, Brian Schottenheimer's voice, and things to that nature. It was even like he said was different. So I have a video here. I'm gonna share with you guys real quick, and we're gonna let him explain what goes on. But before I get started, I forgot. I cannot forget to say this. Big shout out to all those social media groups out there. Dallas Cowboy on Deck, Cowboys Fan 365. We them boys, Dallas Cowboys Insider. Thank you guys for posting our content in your groups. So let's get into this. Let's get into this with what Dak had to say. Let's see what he had to say on this, basically on this. Let me get this and stop this here. I want to get this to stop. But let's get right into this and let's see what he had to say on this. Here we go. Let's listen up.
Uh, I mean, as far as the installation plays come, obviously there's some ads, some things taken out. I think you just get an overall feel that maybe the game's going to just be called a little different. Yeah, differently there. But yeah, I can't give away too much. I mean, it's first day, guys. Like, come on now. Yeah, but no, it is some changes. No, I mean, it's not like we've done thrown away our playbook and tried to start over or anything like that. And I mean, obviously we've had some success. So there is good there. So obviously we had to take that and just really detailed the hell out of just everything that we're doing. I think plays that we've already had, new plays in, just understanding the purpose and just make sure everybody knows the why and what their purpose is in their play and in their role. So just detailing it all, I think is going to make us play faster and be better.
There you go. That's what he said. Basically, he's saying basically they had to make some changes. They had to make some changes, and with that being said, he uh he basically said it was much needed. It was much needed. So we can I think we can agree with that. That there was a disconnect, and and we cannot say all of it was his fault. It was everyone to blame on this. So he goes along and mentioned something. Then Clarence Hill asked him about all the interceptions and what took place about the interception. And Dak had this to say. Let's see here. Let's get to this real quick. Let's get to this one. And these videos are brought to you by the Dallas Cowboys, and we want to give a big shout out to Dallas Cowboys for showing it. So this is a brought to you by Dallas Cowboys.
Early in off season, you guys went over every interception last 3 years. What did you learn, and how does this offense help you, or what they're doing help?
Yeah, he didn't quite say that the right way. That wasn't all that what happened. You know, what I mean,
Okay.
it wasn't quite that. But yeah, I just learned in the sense of really, it's really the things that we're cleaning up this off season, and whether it been my decision making or the details within the play that ultimately my decision making fell fault too. So yeah, just being cleaner and understanding that, like, that's why I'm saying purpose is when you went back and you looked at that tape, you could see that guys weren't necessarily thinking what I was thinking, and we weren't on the same
Facts,
page. And
facts.
maybe that clear out route didn't understand that he had to get out of there, and that was part of the interception. That when all 11 are on the same page and we understand why, the whole passing game is going to be clear. My decision making, my throws, these guys play making, them catching and run the ball, all of that's going to be cleaner.
There you go. So again, so this is what I like about this offense. Mike McCarthy sees it. Dak sees it. Brian Schottenheimer sees it. Mike Solari sees it. I can't even think of the running back coach, which is an offensive lineman coach, which working with the running backs. So they all see the fact that there was situations where the disconnect was happening way too often. We did see our receivers cutting their routes off short. We saw our running backs not releasing when they should release. But these are just because just like what Mike McCarthy said, these are just plays just being installed, but not understanding why these plays are called and what's the purpose of the plays. This is the type of results that you get in an offense like that. And again, we got to remember Mike McCarthy is an offensive coordinator, and I understand everybody that the spotlight is on Mike McCarthy and things like that. But I'm gonna tell you, I don't think we probably won't put it as many points as we did the past few years due to the fact a lot of games we played last year and year before that, we always had to play from behind. We had to play catch up. I see our scores being in the 20s, maybe 17-13, 17-9, things like that, due to the fact because of trying to control the tempo of the game, trying to control the clock, things like that. This is what you're going to get with Mike McCarthy. This is what you're going to get with Brian Schottenheimer. This is what you're going to get with Mike Solari. They understand that it's not going to be a 5 wide, throw the ball deep 52 times. You will not see that. So they all understand, and they all understand that we have to take what we have and things that Dak is used to. Let's keep those, but let's clean them up. Just exactly what Dak was saying. But also let's add some things that we need to add. And let's take away some of the things. It's like a 5 wide. You might not see a lot of the 5 wide anymore, but you will see those things with the double tights, maybe even the 3 tight end set. But just basically, it's cleaning up what they already have, subtracting and adding to work towards Dak Prescott's strengths. Mike McCarthy understands that he has to put Dak in a good situation in order to be successful. And this with these guys here, right now, what I'm looking at before Eric Bieniemy left, I'm looking at an Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy coaching style relationship with Pat Mahomes and when Dak Prescott. This is what I see. People are really not seeing. People just looking at the players, but we're not looking at the structure that's being put in place. This offense is going to be more structured. It's going to be more balanced, and it's going to be more well designed for Dak. And receivers going to have to understand the purpose of running this play. You have to get to this spot. You have to do this. You have to rub this guy. You have to take this man off. You got to, so there's going to be responsibilities instead of just running plays. There's going to be responsibility for every player on the field. So, this is what has me so excited about this Cowboys offense this year. Yeah, we can look at we beating people 52-13, 25, 35-13, things like that's great. That's great, but you got to remember, this is, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. We got 20 games. Well, we're going to say 17. 17 games to get through. 16, 17, whatever the hell. I don't know. They got so many damn games now. But yeah, so we have to consider that and what these guys are doing. These guys are basically putting together a well-oiled machine to where this thing runs together. And you heard Mike McCarthy say it, and you heard Dak Prescott say it. Now, again, we've talked about the defense. We know what we got on the defense side of the ball, but this offense is going to be special. And again, like I said before, I wouldn't want to be the first 4 teams that have to play this Cowboy team due to the fact there will be no tape. Giants, their defensive coordinators basically going to have to feel their way through when they play us this first game. Yeah. So, with that being said, good luck to the opposing teams due to the fact that there's no offensive tape on this team. But again, I'm excited. I am so excited to see this offense, and you will probably see a better Dak Prescott, a better poised Dak Prescott. As far as his running back situation, again, I really think that you're going to see more of the pulling by guards. You're going to see more screen plays. Just think of Aaron Jones up in Green Bay. Let's go back to the Green Bay days. Yeah. See, what we have on the sideline is experience. And I'll take experience over celebrity or fame any day. Give me somebody with experience. I don't want all the bling bling and the shine and all the granola and all that stuff. I want experience on my sideline. And I'm telling you, this is what you're going to see. But anyway, I'm not going to hold you guys any longer, man. Things going on today, and we got family members coming in for Memorial Day weekend. So we're, doing some things around the house, getting things prepared and everything. So again, I know you guys probably have this 3-day weekend. I just want to say, just be safe and enjoy your weekend. It's your boy G, the #1 Cowboy fan. Happy.
Peace.